Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. I'm Rochelle. This is Brampton Gardener, and hopefully the camera is working now. For some reason, it was just had a big circle going around and around for a bit. So, October, crazy. It is just the whole season. August flew by in a flash. September went like that, and now we're like, over halfway through October, and it's gone so fast. So good morning to Tamara. Welcome in. Thank you guys for coming. And this computer's old and slow, and it takes a while to get everything going. And I did a reboot on it this morning, and it's taking forever to restart and everything. So good morning. Hey Danny, welcome in. How are the goats and the chickens and your little on over there? Hopefully you can hear me okay. That's one of the things that if I don't have the headphones on, I can't hear like through the sound, and so it always kind of throws me off a bit. So yeah, wrapping up. We've been fairly warm in the evenings, and I think like tonight's gonna be like 40, night's 41, and then Sunday it's dropping down to 33. And then it's back up to 41 for Monday night, and then back up to like a low 50 on Tuesday. So depending on how accurate they are, most of the stuff out in the backyard could get wiped out Sunday night. If it manages to make it, or they're off a whole nother week before everything like really dies back. So it's not a big deal really either way, especially because I am part of Shed Wars. And so Shed Wars is over on Sunday. That's like our final day for tallies and harvest it all up to our tally, and then that goes towards our team points. So I have to harvest everything pretty much on Sunday anyways. I do have a few like of my specialty peppers that are in the greenhouse, and I probably won't harvest some of those, like the Cheryl Roxo, and I don't know what they taste like, and honestly they're very small, so like they're not going to add much to my total, and I don't want to harvest them too soon and not be able to save seed off of them and to like enjoy the actual flavors of them. So I am hoping to I'll probably wait on a few of those things, but everything I'm going to have a big harvest video coming out on Sunday, and that's going to be like my Shed Wars finale video, so that you'll get to see everything. I did a small harvest video yesterday. Stuff is still producing. I let some of my beans, the Scarlet Runner beans, get away from me. So the seed pods are like this long in a minute. The seed pods are super long, and that means the beans are developing inside. So those I will either save for, I only have one that's dried though. That's the thing, is I have one pod that's dried, and I don't know, like, are they going to get hit by this frost? Do I all, and then I can eat the beans as beans, like I can cook them up with some greens and cornbread, or do I leave them on and let them hope they dry out? Like, I don't know. If you know what to do with the beans, let me know. Hey, welcome in, Smile Garden. How are you this morning? I did do a few fall garden plantings, the radishes and the kale, and they're doing pretty good. I have all of my little 6x6 greenhouse, and I'll show you some video and stuff in a minute once I get the all the photos to load. I might pull a greenhouse that has the kale in it, and I might put some parsley in another bucket and just keep it in the greenhouse. My concern with that is it's not going to be heated, so it'll technically be a cold frame. My parsley overwintered last year, but when it's super cold out, a lot of times it's insulated. So I'm worried if it's in the greenhouse, it's not going to get a snow cover and be insulated, so it actually will be colder. So I'm kind of torn. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of both, because it would be just really nice to be able to go out and grab fresh parsley. And I've had it I had it over winter completely, and I've gone out and brushed snow off of it and harvested parsley during the winter too. So it's kind of hard to know, like, do I just harvest it all now and then, or harvest most of it and then put some in the bucket, some, I don't know. One of those things where I'll decide at the time. And by the time I'm dumping all the buckets and all the pots, I might just be exhausted and be like, I'm done with it. I don't want to see another plant till spring. You never know. You never know how it's going to go. Um, you know, I can go either way. So, a lot of questions that people are asking, it's like, oh, what are you going to do in the winter when you're not gardening? And a lot of us have other hobbies. My other hobbies include cooking and sewing, and I like to do a lot of crafting. But this year, for the first time ever, I'm going to attempt a terrarium. So I'm going to be very careful. Oh, that's from something else. And it's very heavy. So this is my terrarium. It's huge. It's I would guess it's about 2 gallons. I think it's about a 2-gallon size terrarium. It's quite large. And in it I have plants. You can see that I took cuttings from the garden because I did not want to have to spend a fortune on plants. So I'll show you what I'm attempting to harvest. Looks like my begonia is not happy. So this is the begonia that I popped out of the front. There we go. And some of the lobelia. And it's not looking too happy. Maybe it's too humid because I have been keeping a plate on top of this. Happy. Everything else looks really good though. So what else do I have in here? I have more lobelia. This lobelia looks good. And an impatient. So I just chopped that off the plant out back and thought I'd stick it in here and see how it's going to do. Then over here I have some asparagus fern. Oh no, my camera is freaking out again. Hold on. Gotta reset that. Sorry. So then I took cuttings from my, you know what? I have this fancy little fade thing on the background. I'm going to take that off just for webcam properties. Nope. It's in the background. How do I get there? I think I can turn that off. There we go. I'm going to turn off the blur. There we go. So I have the asparagus fern here, and then this is called broadleaf thyme, Cuban oregano, and then it has another name that I can't remember, but it is a common herb in the Caribbean. It's used in like green. I don't know why it just washes me out all of a sudden. It's used in like green seasoning. If you're from Trinidad, kind of fuzzy, and it's a bit of a succulent. My sound is in and out. Okay. Because I think my microphone's on the other side of my terrarium. Sorry. Is that better? Okay. So that's what's in there. And then this one here is another broadleaf thyme and my pink polka dot plants. There you go. You can see them. And so these are all cuttings that I took about 2 weeks ago. And they seem to be doing okay. I'm just keeping them moist, and I've been keeping them in the terrarium with some, I have like a plate on top just to kind of mimic the terrarium and for moisture for cuttings, right? I don't know if I'm going to do a closed terrarium or not. This one's really wet. I'm going to leave that out. I'm not going to keep putting it. I'm going to let it dry out. Somehow the begonia is really wet. I don't know if I want to do a closed terrarium because apparently if you do a closed terrarium, you have to put little insects in it called springtails to eat any decaying matter. And I don't want that. Oh no, the sound really? Is it better now? I got my fancy microphone. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. That's not any better, is it? You can hear me. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on. I think there's a problem with my internet. I think the internet's kind of going in and out. Sorry about that. I don't know. My daughter plays around with this stuff too, right? So like right now I can't hear myself. I can't hear myself at all coming through the speakers. Normally I can hear myself on the headphones. So I don't know. Okay, so yeah. Why did I even bother brushing my hair today? So the terrarium, back to the terrarium. So I've been doing tons of Googling and watching different YouTube videos on how to do a terrarium. And I was having trouble finding like the style I'm going for is called a scene, because I have these absolutely adorable Lilliput Lane houses. And they have, look at, there's even a little person there. They have so much detail on them. They're so beautiful and so sweet. And if you go on eBay, these little houses from Lilliput Lane go for around, I've seen them between $35, $50. And I got them for $4 at. So I have that cute little pink house. I have this little beach house one. Now I'm free. Maybe I'll change. Shoot, sorry about that. Maybe I will change my camera settings from high def. Maybe I'll just drop it down to standard for a few minutes. So yeah, look at this one. There's like a little boat. There's little tiny boats and the little fishing poles. The trees, like the detail on these is so stinky. So I want to incorporate these houses into my terrarium. And then the little pink house. So I was looking online for accessories for them and stuff, and I'm kind of struggling to find anything I really want. People. So I had my husband order me people that are at 1 to 150 scale, which means each person is between like 8 to 10 millimeters tall. So they're going to be super cute, and I will have them in the terrarium, because I've seen a few terrariums where it's just like a scene, like a moss, and they'll have like 2 hikers, and oh my gosh, it's so cute. And I'm obsessed with all things miniature. So I want to make it this beautiful little miniature cottagey world. So that is the goal. And I'm not rushing it because I have, plenty of time. And coincidentally, on not this coming Sunday, but Sunday the 29th, happens to be the Toronto Reptile and Plant Expo at the International Center, which is my favorite place to go to because it's right by the airport and it has like a huge parking lot, and it's close by, and it's free parking, and it's a really nice venue. You don't have to fight with traffic and anything. My hair is crazy. I can't. Oh my gosh. So yeah. So what this plant expo is for terrariums, basically on like reptiles and the animal world, but it's also people with aquariums and terrariums, and I think they're going to have pretty much everything that I might need. And I just kind of want to go and to get ideas, and I want to get the proper like substrate, and I can order online, but then like shipping, and I don't know, just go and maybe support some local person there. And I know I need to get like the activated charcoal. I have plenty of rocks, and I have some really pretty, I have some like burgundy sand, which I think would be really pretty, kind of as one of the layers at the front. So I do kind of want to get that really pretty layered effect in the base of the and get the activated charcoal in there, and lots of fun moss. So I don't know about like, I mean, there's some moss that grows up at the top of the hill. I don't know if that's a great idea or not. There is an issue like with bringing stuff in. So then I sterilized the potting mix before I put them in. And I took cuttings and stuck them in. So there's possible there were like bugs or microorganisms on the leaves themselves, but it's not like I brought in a bunch of dirt. So like if you bring in moss or two, I mean, I guess I could just kind of pour hydrogen peroxide over it all. I don't know. I just don't want to like bring in anything kind of gross and funky into the terrarium. And I really don't want to have to get bugs in there to take care of the decaying matter. I don't know. So, yeah, if anyone has any, let me know. I'm also going to need to do some kind of a light in the top. So I'm going to like make a top for it. I don't know if it's going to be a fully enclosed terrarium or something that kind of lets a little bit of air in and out. But I do want a lid of some sort that has like an LED light in it. So, hey, welcome in God's Construction. Sorry if I've missed people coming in. Digging for sorry, you know what? I didn't even say hi to you guys coming in because I was so focused on my stupid microphone phasing out. So welcome in Digging for Health. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much, Barb, coming in. Thank you, God's Construction, and Dave Knight. I'm done to the greenhouse. Nice. So yeah, my greenhouse is only 6x6 and it's not going to be heated through the winter. So it's more, I guess, of a cold frame. But my husband, oh, I got to see if I can get the pictures to upload. My husband has set it up as like the man cave now. So he's got a heater that he'll turn on when he's out there. And then he's got a radio. He's got a, it's like, he's turned it into like this little man cave out there. It's funny. I was like, what are you doing, man? Yeah. So I went out in the rain for y'all this morning to just try and get some pictures so you can see like where the garden is. Video yesterday, it looks a lot like it did yesterday, but that's where we're at. So I have to, in order to do pictures on here, I have to take pictures on my phone and then email them, message them to myself, and they haven't come through yet on Facebook. So they go through. So I guess maybe we won't be getting pictures. We'll see if they come in. Sorry about that. Our garage is yeah. Oh, our garage has a very narrow walkway because it's all the work. Like we're in a townhouse, right? So all of our work stuff, we do construction. So we have a ton of work stuff in there. There's a boat trailer in there still. There's a folding boat on the wall. And then like just all of our stuff is in the garage. And then the basement, which is like a walkout basement, that the big TV is, and he is into stereos and speakers. Actually, right now I picked today to do my live because he is at the Toronto audio something or other. It's called TAVES, but it's like the big audiophile show here in Toronto every year. So that's where he is at. I hope he has fun. I hope he can't complain about me buying seeds. So, yeah, exactly. Oh, workout. Yeah, we don't have workout equipment. We probably should, but we don't. That's in the basement. And by workout equipment, I mean my deflated yoga ball and my yoga mat. Oh, and I do have some weights. 'Tis the season. I am drinking some absolutely delicious fresh apple cider from Owl Ferry, which is a local apple place. We live right on the edge of civilization, as I like to say. And they're actually building out past us. From our house are all these giant apple and pumpkin orchards. So anytime you try to go anywhere on a weekend, you're just stuck behind traffic of all these people, city folk, coming out to go apple picking and whatever. So this one is right on the road on the way to and from the dog park. We drive by it every Sunday. So I popped in last Sunday because they had bags of wind at the front door. Last year, the bags of windfalls, which is a half bushel. So I think it's like 20 pounds of apples. Last year, they were $5. This year, they were $10, which is still a really good deal, but it's inflation. But it could just be the time of the season. As the season goes on and less people are coming that way, to like go apple picking, then they might be marking them down. But we still drive that. It's a fairly common road for us to get from Brampton to Mississauga. And it's right on the way to the dog park, which we try to go to every Sunday, weather permitting. Cold again, and then we don't go for very long, but the place is still usually open. And it's this old country store, and you go in and they have every kind of apple in there, and then they have like their frozen section, and they make all kinds of yummy goodies, and they have the best apple cider. I don't like the apple cider at the apple factory. I don't like the ones in the grocery stomach. This one tastes delicious, and it doesn't bother my stomach at all. I have apples, but they don't do great. Yeah, you're a little warm. You're a little warm for apples, and I am not going to feel sad for you at all. Sorry if you wanted sympathy, but that's not going to happen. Okay, so well, sewing. And Shannon, if you happen to be watching this right now, turn it off, okay? Turn it off. You don't need to see this, okay? So I found this super cute flannel fabric, and my good friend, her little guy, 1.5 years. And so I decided to make him, there's still threads on everything because I just finished yesterday. I made him some pajamas. So here's the first set of pajamas. Here's the little shirt. These are size 2 toddler, by the way, and little matching pants. And then we have this set. And they can mix and match. So she can mix and match the tops and the bottoms because they both coordinate with, wait for it, the robe. Or the smoking jacket, as my husband likes to refer to. Here, let me tie the belt. Let me tie the belt. So it has pockets. It has the cutest little belt. It is absolutely adorable. How cute is this robe? And look at this. Look at this. It's got pockets. Cute, tiny little pockets right here. And I pattern match the pockets because I'm a glutton for punishment. Look at that pattern matching. Oh, you can't tell. Hold on. See the pattern? The pocket is perfectly matched. Woo. And on this side as well. Perfect pattern matching. And honestly, I forgot how much I love sewing with flannel. It is such a stable fabric, and it has a bit of a nap to it. It just holds together, so you don't have to hardly use any pins because it doesn't slip or slide or anything like that. It's just so nice and easy to work with. All the seams are finished inside with my serger, but the way she designs it is this robe is actually designed to be used with fleece, so you finish any of the inside seams if you're using fleece. And so she's got this really cool way that the collar attaches so that you don't have any like exposed edges and stuff, but it's kind of hard to see. But it's a really neat design on this big collar that goes all the way around. And the pattern designer, I'm washed out again. Hold on. And I'm still washed out. Hey, welcome in, Annette. How are you? I was just showing some of my sewing projects I've been working on. The pattern Canadian company called Polywoggles Patterns, and she happens to be a really good friend of mine. We were pregnant together, and we were in the same birth club. That's how we met 15 years ago. And then over the years, she did sewing, and she decided to start sewing and selling patterns, kids' clothes. And so I started pattern testing for her when she's got a ton of patterns under her belt, and I love all of them. So these are both her patterns. The robe is the Fundy robe on Polywoggles, and the pajamas are Simcoe. And the size range, I think, on these is like 2 to 12. She's expanding some of her size range up into which Sydney fits. She has a new expanded size range of A, B, C, D, and Sydney is in the size C in her patterns. And in adults, she's around a 4-6. So she's expanding the patterns to kind of fit that tween, young teen age group. But they're so cute. So I will drop a link down to her patterns below. The great thing about her pajama pattern is you can use a woven, and then she has the closures are knit. So you can use, I used ribbing, but you can use any kind of knit fabric closures. So you don't have to worry about buttons or zippers or anything like that if you're new to sewing or you just don't want to deal with that hassle. She also has a set of pajamas that are strictly made for fleece fabrics if you're into sewing with fleece. So, and she's great. If you have any questions, she's got a great Facebook group as well. If you're into your hand at some sewing projects for this winter. And I'll probably be making more pajamas for other kids. I got a really good deal on some of the flannel. And I think it's a cute pattern. So anyone else getting ready for their Christmas stuff? I'm going to be busy with the terrarium later. I'm actually going in end of November. I'm going on a 3-day sewing retreat. And that is where I'm going to probably plan out my daughter's Christmas presents and get all of the sewing done for that. So I was like, well, I already know what I'm going to make him. I don't have to worry about the size because he'll be 2 in April. So 2 to down to. So I'm like, I know what I'm making. I got the fabric. I might as well get that out of the way so that I'm not rushed at the end and, get behind on that. So that's where we're at with all of that. Other things I've been involved in recently is we've been going to a library program. So hey, it's never too early, right? Especially if you're making homemade. If you do homemade gifts, you really have to just pace yourself, So there is a Canadian company, and I should probably should get used to trying to share my screen here. There's makers making change, and what they're actually, I'll just read from their website because it'll be easier that way. So let me share screen, and here we go. So hacking for the holidays. So program, it's in they develop assistive devices, so people that have disabilities. So here you can see they're focusing right now on Christmas gifts for kids, right? A thumbs up on your way out. Appreciate having you stop by for any length of time. Super grateful to have you here. Thank you so much. So what they do is they make assistive devices. So like here's, you can see like a spoon stabilizer and foot pedal pack openers. So this is for people, a lot of them are for people that have, like arthritis. You got your gas can opener, but they're focusing right now on toys for kids for the holidays. So what our Brampton Library has set up is every month we meet together and we all work on a project and we're using the 3D printer. So all of these devices are 3D printer, I don't even call them patterns, files. So you can go on their website, free to download. And then you can, there's different sizes that you can make, but then you can 3D print any of these devices on the printers. So we have access to 3D printers at 3 of our library branches. And so last time we were there, can opener. Let me see if I can find daily aids for this. Is cool. I mean, I think anyone would like some of these. So like the milk carton opener, there's a pill splitter, the clear mat. The only thing is I haven't been able to figure out how to do the search feature on here. Toothpaste squeezer, can opener. So then they have a can opener that's like this style here for opening bottles. And then the ones that we did were more for and caps. And so you just send it to the 3D printer. And then here's a fork and spoon support, key turners, all kinds of ideas that other people have come up with. And so all of the ones that are on this website are guaranteed to work. Hey, welcome today. Hopefully you're having some decent weather over there. You have a collab starting November 1st. Oh, email me about that, Annette, for sure. I'll be in on that. So yeah, so it's very interesting. So any of the devices that we print during this, it's a 2-hour session. We then it gets donated to the local community, and they have and the best part is it's also works towards my daughter's volunteer hours. So I went with her and 3 of her friends. So they all went. So last night, since they're gearing up for toys, what they want to do is for the Rubik's Cube. You know how it has 6 sides and they're all different colors, but people that are vision impaired can't see the colors. So what each person there did was we designed our own set of 6 shapes that could be used to be glued onto the side of the Rubik's. People that can't see very well can feel the different bumps and what each item is, and then be able to do the Rubik's Cube. And then apparently the library is putting on this thing in the spring where we're going to try and break the Guinness Book of World Record for most cubes together at one time. I don't know how that's going to go, and I'll probably be there for like an hour trying to do my Rubik's Cube. But I don't know if we'll be using the adapted ones or just regular ones. There was a young guy yesterday that was there. He's one of the volunteers that helps the assistants. He did the Rubik's Cube and she timed him, and it took him 1 minute and 25 seconds to solve the Rubik's Cube. So we were all kind of blown away by that. We're like, wow, that's really impressive. So that's what we've been doing. It's once a month we meet up. Another thing they're doing, which I felt I gotta try and I gotta remove that. There we go. One of the other things is they are working with the Toronto Conservation. It's a TCC, I don't know, Toronto Conservation something or other. Pretty sure that's what the S stands for. And they are making 3D printed turtles. Our turtles are getting run over. Our turtles are nesting in bad spots. So apparently turtles like to nest where there are other turtles. So they have 5 species that are specific to our area, our region here in the GTA. And they are like doing 3D prints of these turtles, and then they're putting them in to encourage turtles to nest in those safe places. So that's another thing that they've reached out. So Toronto Conservatory reached out to the Brampton Library because we have 3D printers to work on that. So then once they 3D print the pieces, they have to get glued together and then they have to get painted. So then what they're doing is they're getting volunteers also come in to put them together. And then they're sending them out to some of the local high schools, especially the ones that have like an arts program. And they're getting them to paint them to where they look like actual turtles. So that is what is going on. Hey, good morning, a Homestead and Hustle. I love that channel name. It's fun. And so that's what they're doing. So I don't know when we're getting around to doing that. We're focusing kind of on the toys and the Rubik's Cube adaptive toys right now. Yeah, it sounds interesting. I did recommend, doing the 3D print of a few of them and then somehow maybe like using a silicone mold, concrete casts of the turtles, because it takes about 5 hours to print each turtle, which just to me does not seem super time. Like if you want to, get these turtles out, but they're like, well, we don't have a machine for doing. The other libraries north of us, but they're not in the GTA, so they're not under the Toronto Conservatory board. They do have a machine. Like you can just go in and make molds for stuff. So then I was like, well, maybe you could get them to make a molds, or I don't know, work together. But then I saw a thing on YouTube where you just take silicone, like in a tube, and you gloves, and you mix it with cornstarch until it kind of makes this gooey, like kind of a solidy paste thing, and then you just spread it over whatever you want to make a mold out of, and it makes a mold. I don't know. What time is it here? It is 10:08 a.m. on Friday morning. So that was my suggestion. I forgot to tell her about the silicone mold idea, but so last night we ended up going to the library. They started another program. So this young girl, we've gone to a few programs she's done so far. They did another one where we made acrylic keychains at PAMA, which is the art museum. And we're also on November 1st going to a screen museum, which is hosted by Brampton Library. But then last night we went to they're starting it's called Creative Threads, but they're doing the Brampton Library. We get a free pass to Creative Bug, which is an online platform for like learning all kinds of craft things. It's like Craftsy, Skillshare, and Creative Bug is we get it free with our Brampton Library. So they're trying to encourage people to use this. So they're doing a class once a week, and it's based on a video that's on Creative Bug. So they play the video and then they provide the supplies and how it goes. 5 hour. Okay, so it's afternoon. Good afternoon, Rob. So last paper flowers. So that was the craft. If anyone's interested, I can post the link down below for the lady. The lady used to work for Martha Stewart for 9 years, or works for Martha Stewart for 9 years. So this is my daughter's. She used this orange and pink colors. They're not showing up very well on here. With the purple. So it was a lot of fun working with floral wire. Floral tape is a pain in the butt because it's not very sticky, but you have to stretch it to make it sticky, and then it gets sticky, and then your fingers are sticky. So we won't mention the hot glue that you see hanging down. My daughter and her friend ended up cheating at the end and just hot gluing some of the petals on. So you know what? Take advantage of these things in your local area. Like I forgot about it last year. Normally, what we do is we'll go, swimming on Friday nights at the local pool, and that's pretty much all that we. For some reason, I just logged on to like the city, so you can check at your like if your city. We went to a program this summer where we made macrame plant holders. That one we had to pay for. If it's through the city, sometimes you have to pay for them. That one was like $10, and we went in and we each made this cute little macrame plant hanger, and we got a little. And then the other programs put on through the library are at no cost. But you know what? Take advantage of it, especially if you have kids. There's a lot of programs that the library has available. I'm kind of sad because some of the programs that I'm interested in are like 55 plus. They have a lot of crafting stuff, and I'm like, because they're put on by Flowertown City. So Brampton is known as Flowertown, and they have Flowertown City Rec Center, which is a senior center. So you have to be 55 plus. So I gotta wait. I got another 10 years before I can go join and do all of those fun crafts over there. So yeah, that's what we've been doing. And I'm going to stay busy doing that. The Makers Making Change thing is once a month on Wednesday nights. And then Thursday nights is the other program. And then they have different things like their drop-in at any time. You can go in and use the 3D printers. And they also have like that we can use. I believe there's also a recording studio somewhere, but no one wants to hear me singing. So you know what? I figure, my taxes are paying for all this stuff. I'm gonna look into it. So yeah, so check your local groups, check your local library, check your town's website. See if there's any groups in your local area. Maybe even go on, like type in your town's name on Facebook. See if there's a local Facebook group or the Nextdoor app, or people know about like community events that are happening, because there's stuff happening all the time. And there's a lot of like basic like sewing programs. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I went to a writer's workshop at our local library with a well-known writer. That's very nice. So our city is always putting stuff on. And then PAMA, which is the local art gallery, stands for Peel Art, because Peel Region, Mississauga, well, they're dissolving that, but that's our region. Like a county, we're in Peel Region. They put on workshops quite often, but theirs are a lot pricier. So they had a terrarium workshop, but I wasn't able to go because I already had plans that day. But it was about $60, but you put together terrarium. So they have workshops for different things as well. So I kind of keep an eye on that. But I plan on trying to, do a bit more of that over the winter time. I think it'll be interesting, especially this turtle thing will be kind of fun. Maybe even if we get to be involved with releasing. Not far from us is a Heartlight conservation area, and it's one of those places where there's always like turtle signs up, beware of turtle crossing and all this and that. So I have a feeling that that's going to be a good location to go out and place these. So maybe that'd be fun to be involved in that, and it'd be fun to get some footage of that for the channel. kind of gardening related, maybe. We have been doing a bunch of fall markets, farmers markets around here. Yeah, we have fall markets. We are right on the border of country, but still in the town. So I think they're wrapping up though. I think they're coming to an end in October, as the weather just is no longer great. Actually, oh, tomorrow. It's tomorrow. I forgot. Tomorrow there is a market out at Cider. There is a Hills, I think. Cider Hills Cidery. It's a big place. It's about a 15-minute drive up north, and they make cider, and they have a kind of an outdoor craft market a few times, I think once a month or something. And it's tomorrow. It's on my calendar. So maybe we'll go do that tomorrow if the weather's good. Hey, G Mama. And welcome in Wine Cellar Lounge. Ooh. It's a little early for that, but whatever. It's all right. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. So welcome in. So I still don't think the pictures have come in from the backyard, but if you saw my video yesterday, you will things are still alive, but they're definitely taking on kind of a brownish orangish tinge. And as Monday, it could be looking really sad and slimy out there if we get a frost, but you never know. You never know. Anyone have any thing I've been talking about so far with the terrariums or these library programs? Okay, this would explain why I haven't been able to hear it through my headphones, the headphone thing. How long has that been out? Did anyone notice that fall? Can I hear it now? No, I still can't hear. I still can't hear through here. All right. I'm taking this off. It's annoying. My ears are getting sweaty. Can you guys still hear me okay? Is the sound still okay? Because my ears are... Your daughter makes turtles in resin too. I wonder if that would be easier for them. It's as simple as mixing the resin and pouring into a silicone. Well, see, that's the thing. Yeah, but they have to use the 3D printer to get the shape, to get the mold. And so that's what I'm saying. Use a silicone mold. Work. I just figured concrete because they're not moving around, and concrete's a heck of a lot cheaper than resin, but I don't know, right? So thank you, Rob. I was having sound issues earlier. So yeah, it seems like it's a great idea to use the 3D printed turtle for the model, and then use that to make a cast a mold and then mass produce them, rather than using the 3D printed for every single turtle, because it just, I don't know how much these rolls cost the city, because I'm pretty sure they're not getting a deal on anything. They never. And just the time and energy, like I just think it would be more efficient if the point is to get as many turtles as possible, then let's find another way of doing this, right? So hey, Jesse, welcome in. Hey everybody, welcome. A few new people coming in, so I'm just going to show you really quick what I was talking about earlier. Is my, oh my god, it's heavy, my giant terrarium. Oh, I gotta get Jesse. Get off the screen, Jesse. Get off of there. There we go. So this is my beautiful terrarium that I got at Home Sense, which is like a Home Goods. TJ Maxx, Winners, and it was on clearance for $15 because it didn't have the glass lid. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do it as a closed-in terrarium or not. If I do it closed, I'll just find something to put on it. I think you can order acrylic things to fit, or I can just put like a cute little, I've seen where they have like a wooden ball or something that fits on. So I don't know, but I thought $15 was a steal. And then they had another one that was $15 as well. It had a lid, but it was smaller, and I figured it'd be harder to get my hand in to make a terrarium out of. But I was tempted to buy both of them, but I'm kind of glad I did. And I kind of wish I had. So isn't it? Yeah. I was like, I have to, even if I don't do anything. So another thing that I have seen people do is they just do like a little winter Christmas scene in it, which would be super cute as well, because I'm obsessed with all things miniature and mini villages and fairy gardens and things like that. So going in it at some am going are going to be these cute little Lilliput Lane miniature houses that I have 3 of. And for accessories, aside from the people that I did buy, I will probably be making any accessories myself with clay. So that's going to be kind of the terrarium project is going to become like its own playlist, and I'm going to be doing different, I'm not going to rush it. It's not going to be just like, boom, I'm going to do it all in one weekend and then it's done. I want to be able to work on it and play with it. I want to kind of have at least a good third side at the back full all the way up to the top. And I think you smear clay. I think that's kind of what you do is you smear clay onto the glass and then it adheres to the glass. And then you can kind of build up your sand and soil and everything in front. And then you can put like your moss and whatever you need on. I kind of was going to get started, but then I'm going to this, the Toronto Reptile and Plant Expo next weekend. And it's a giant trade show all about terrariums for animals and plants. And they're going to have everything there. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bring pictures. I'm not going to carry this thing around. I'm going to bring pictures of this and some of my plants, and I'm going to talk to the experts and I'm going to ask them. And I'm hoping that I can find some people that are local, maybe in the GTA, that have supplies and things like that, so that I can, just kind of get stuff from them as needed or pick their brain. So you have to go make morning green smoothies. Oh my goodness, that sounds absolutely delicious, Andrea. So go and enjoy your smoothies. Have a great time. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, so stay tuned. So if you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit the button and click that notification bell. So, oh my God. Oh, I don't know if I can handle that. I don't know if I could handle that. It is an obsession of mine. I think it harkens back to when I was little. We went to Victoria in British Columbia, and they have a museum of miniatures. And they had, I was obsessed with this big dollhouse they had on display, but they have like little towns and little villages and all of those things. And then when I was 8, and we went to Expo 86, which was in Vancouver, and this was older, and we went into this one room and they had this giant train diorama set up, and it was probably like 30, I don't know, I was very tiny, it was enormous to me, and there were little villages and little people and little trains, and my mind was, I could not look away. I was obsessed with it. And so to this day, I have loved all things little. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I was going to bring up my little, it's downstairs. I have the other one. Sorry, I'm making a bunch of noise here. So last year I made these. It says Brampton Gardener on it. It's a little greenhouse. This one I just drew on. It's hollow inside. And I use the shrink eating plastic. So I drew on it first with the markers, and then we shrink inked it, and then I put it in not in the microwave, put in the oven. The other one has furniture inside. So the other, a couch and a chair and a table. I have a little shovel out front. So this will give you an idea of the scale of the furniture that I made years ago out of clay. Because I used to follow this lady on YouTube who makes insy binsy teensy weensy tiny miniature furniture out of clay, and I was obsessed. And then I hot glued it into the other thing. I forgot to grab it. Dang it, no one's here to go get it for me. I'll show it to you next live. But yeah, so for the miniature village, like if I need a bridge, which I might need a bridge, I'm going to wait until I kind of get the houses set and things in. I'll make up my own bridge, right? So I'm kind of really looking forward to that aspect of it. We attempted a little pug and then the head fell off. So we're going to have to try that again. But yeah, that's usually the first thing I make whenever I or clay or anything like that, and I start fiddling with it, is I make a little pug. They're pretty easy to make. They're just little round blobs. But yeah, I'm going to have to make a better pug for that house because the head fell off. It was really sad. So what else was I going to talk? Oh yeah, see, swapping. Seed swapping. Yes, I do want to do some seed swaps. I'm not going to go all in and absolutely crazy like I have done in the past because it was just way too much and exhausting. And postage is stupid. So if you in any of my videos that you're interested in or you want some seeds, send me a message and I am up for a seed swap. Or you can go to my Facebook group, YouTube seed thing. What's YT seed swap? If you're not in it, send me a link. I'll send you an invite to the Facebook group over there. That way you can just kind of connect with people. These you want to swap, whatever. But I probably will be doing a few seed giveaways coming up. Like I just decided, I forgot my husband was going to this thing today. So yesterday I was like, oh, I'll do it. So once I get I'll schedule my live and I'll fill out the thing. I'll be like, hey, we're going to do some seed giveaways and seed stuff like that. And we'll do that. I love my Christmas village. Yes, that was, I go all in on that. That's the time I wish that my living room was a lot bigger and the wall down between me and the neighbor and like create this giant Christmas train. I don't think he'd go for it, but I don't know. He might enjoy seeing a Christmas train coming through the wall of his living room. I don't know. Yes, postage is stupid. And that's even like for me, like just an envelope, like just to here in Canada, an envelope, like a basic card like this in a basic envelope is $1. And then it costs me, it's like $1.30 or $1.40 to send the same to the US. Offering, ooh. See, that's the thing about M.I. Gardner is he does his packs. The packets have gone up a little bit in price. They used to be what were they, $2? Now they're $3 or something. But he still does free shipping. But Baker Creek quit doing their free shipping to Canada. And because people, and I was annoyed at the time because there were people on the gardening groups and they would be like, okay, Jesse, stop. Brace yourself, Jesse. Brace yourself. We all hate Canada Post. It's a thing. Everybody hates Canada Post. They're the worst. So, oh gosh. Oh, so I would be in like seed groups and people would be like, oh, they place their Baker Creek order. And then they're like 2 days later, they're like, oh, I added on a couple more things. And then, oh, I added on. So they would order like 5 different orders in 1 week to get the free seed pack, which was the same seed every time. And I think that year it was like the spoon tomato or something. And I was like, you are taking advantage of this and it's going to blow up. So pretty soon they're like, yeah, sorry, no more free shipping to Canada. So for me, I wish they would do like a minimum order because before it was just nothing. There was no minimums and people took advantage and they blew it for everybody. And I was very mad. Okay, so he didn't raise the price after all, but he raised the free threshold. Okay, right, because it was like $12. So that works. That makes total. For me, I hate having to pay shipping because when I pay shipping, I think, oh my God, I could have bought like 2 or 3 more seed packets for that price. So here in Canada, hardly ever will you see a company do free shipping. Occasionally, Rainbow Seeds will do free shipping, and they are a great resource out of Nova Scotia. But they focus on like heirloom and vegetable seeds. And so I have ordered from them if that's what I want. It's a great company for that. But when I'm looking for specialty seeds or flowers and stuff, then, so I am going to, for the first time in like 3 years, I think it's been 3 years. I'm going to buy me some seeds at Baker Creek this year. I think I'm going to have to splurge and I'm going to have to pay shipping. And hopefully I won't have to pay duty. But come on. Like, look at plants. They are just gorgeous. I mean, I know there are a lot of other seed companies. Johnny Seeds is outrageous for shipping. So I'm not going with Johnny's. Stallion Express. Yes, I do want to try that. But I don't think I can request that from other seed use it when shipping to me. The other company is actually, you know what? I forgot I was going to check. West Coast Seeds was having a sale, and I can't remember if it's still on or not. Oh my God, yeah. So you know what? We're gonna start with West Coast Seeds today because they are having a 40% off sale today, I believe. So US only, save on shipping, US, yeah, pirate shipping for all your shipping needs. Pirate shipping. Check out Jesse and Lisa at Lazy Days Ahead because Miss Lisa ships more packages than anyone else on YouTube. I am not kidding. That lady is a shipping queen. Shipping queen. I gotta get comfortable. We're going seed shopping. So I'm sorry, Danny, but I am not buying any tomato seeds. Nope. I have a bazillion tomato seeds that I will never even work through the ones that I have. I'm going to be a good girl, and I'm not going to buy any tomato seeds for next year. Or so I say. Okay. I am looking, though, for some very specialty. I want some zinnias. Very disappointed with my zinnias last year. I went foraging. Yeah. So here, I'll pull this down for a second. So we were at the library and we were walking along the street and had these really pretty plantings. And so I'm like, it is not stealing, foraging, and it is city property. So I did collect some seeds off of dying plants. I did not destroy the plants. I did not pluck any plants out or anything like that. I just took some seeds out of dying leaves. I got some canna lilies. I got some, salvia I got from the neighbors. Oh, pink geraniums. They're really pretty pink geraniums. I got this really beautiful, bright pink echinacea. And then some zinnias. Now, there were some zinnias that were in front of a storefront. And so I did go in and I asked them, do you mind if I just take some of those dead flowers? And they were like, yeah, no problem. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead. Hey, welcome in, Terry. How are you doing this morning? Oh, clicked on the wrong person. There you go. Or is it Mike? And you're not going to tell me because you like to do that. You like to slide in sometimes and then not Mike. And then what if I say something about you? Awkward. How many times are okay, I didn't say I'm not buying any seeds. I just said I'm not buying any tomato seeds. Okay. And that does not mean that I'm not going to be swapping. It is my I knew it. It is Mike. See, he was trying to sneak in here, hoping I would say something. I see you. All right. Nice try. So I want some nice fancy zinnia seeds for next year. So we are going to pop in zinnia. Now, the reason I had put Baker Creek on my list of ordering stuff from is because they have a couple nasturtium seeds that I have to have. They're absolutely stunning. So, I forgot the screen's not on. Hold on. Let me see if I can get that bigger. Oh, no, sorry. I'm doing the wrong thing bigger. I'm doing the wrong screen bigger. Here, is that going to help? Maybe a little bit. All right. So what is this? That's kind of cool. Do we like that? Okay. So what I do when I do an online shopping in the group is Mike's identity thief. Exactly. He's being sneaky. What I do is I add everything I like to cart, and then I will days deliberating over what I end up buying. So anything I'm interested in, it goes add to cart. Okay. So look at this. See my subtotal? See, this is how we do things here in Canada. My subtotal is at $6.49. Package of seeds, $6.49 for a gallon. Okay. So we got to remember, oh crap, it's not available. They're unavailable. Notify me when available. No, because then they won't be on sale anymore. So yeah, we're going to pull that out of there after. Okay. So I do not want a gallon. I mean, that's a good price though, when you think about it. Wait, what was that? 110 seeds. No, 1 gram, not a gallon. Sorry, I'm an idiot. We're removing it though. I don't need that much. How are you seeing in there? Okay. I'm on the other screen now. All right, going back to zinnias. I don't really like the Oklahomas too much. Envy, I was not impressed with my green envy at all. They're all sold out. Or coming soon. Times, especially here in Canada, if they're doing seeds locally, they're not ready for seed collection as early as they are in the US. Okay, so nasturtiums. I had an amazing nasturtium season this year. They were absolutely everything sold out. All right, you know what? I will fiddle around on West Coast seeds later just to see if there's anything I need, but we're gonna go to Baker Creek. And we are gonna I thought I had some in my shopping cart, but I do not. Okay, so I will show you the nasturtiums that I need to have. I love petunias too. I'm going to have to get some more petunias this year. Look at this. Look at this nasturtium. Hey, Urban Garden Chronicles. How are you? Checking out, just so you know, West Coast Seeds is 40% off, and I think today is the last day on that sale, if you're interested. If you're a Canadian. But are these not the most beautiful nasturtiums you have ever seen? Like, oh, minimum seed count is 50. Add to cart. Yes, ma'am. I mean, those are just absolutely gorgeous. And another thing I like about Baker Creek seeds, they don't pop up your shopping cart every time. I just want to go back to where I was at. I don't need it popped up. So some different mixes. But look at these. Like, oh my goodness. These are just absolutely stunning. Okay, I have to have these. Yep. So I will be saving seeds off of the nasturtiums I have from the but most of mine were, oh my goodness. Look at this orchid flame. It's out of stock. No. Oh my goodness. Aren't these beautiful though? I am in love with nasturtiums. I have a whole new appreciation the last 2 years, and they're edible. The leaves are very peppery. They taste like arugula. And then the flowers, I don't think they're amazing flavor, but they are very pretty. You can throw them in a salad or whatever else you want. But and did you know canna lilies are edible? All parts of the canna lily. The root, the leaves, the flowers, not the seeds, but all parts of canna lilies are edible. I haven't tried the meal. And apparently so are hostas. When the hostas are just coming up out of the ground, you can eat them like asparagus. Yeah. I don't know. Do I need these salmon nasturtiums as well? This Tip Top Rose nasturtium is so gorgeous. Oh, look at the cherry jewel rose, though. Oh, okay. I'm just going to do the two. I'm just doing the two. I'm going to be good. Okay. I'm going to be good. Let's see what we got for zinnias. Look at that color. That is so unique. Oh, have you tried the hostas? I haven't tried it. I haven't tried hostas, but I don't have enough to be eating on them, I don't think. But you get hungry enough. This is pretty. Pink Senorita. What was the one Nicole had that was really pretty? I think I'm gonna have to go with the Queenie Lime Red. I do love those. For some reason, mine did not do that great this year. I kind of wanted some of like the really big one, the Benary's Giants. I don't know if they carry them here. Oh, salsa mix. Oh, look at these. Peppermint stick. That's really cool. Oh, goodness. Okay, yell out if you see anything that just, oh, those are all out of stock. Out of stock, out of stock, out of. Yeah, that's the one I really like. So maybe we won't be doing as much in the way of zinnias this year. Interesting. All right, what other flowers do I need? Okay, I can't do any bulbs. I cannot order from the US. It will not come across the border. I also cannot get the free catalog. I have to pay for the catalog as well here. So if I'm going to pay for the catalog, then I might as well just pay for the full whole seed catalog, which if you've never seen this thing is intense. It's only $12.95 if you're in the US. Sometimes I can see it here. Canna lily, not calla lily, canna. Us on at the Shoppers Drug Mart in with like the magazines and stuff like that. But it's 532 pages. So it has everything that's in the free pamphlet, but then it has all kinds of other articles and recipes and all. It's, if you have they're on your Christmas list and they don't have this already, buy them the whole seed catalog. It's beautiful. It's, yeah. Like I will sit and read it cover to cover like it has a plot. My husband's like, why are you just sitting there reading that again? I'm like, because it's so pretty. I've tried growing that. Didn't do so well. Oh, let's look at amaranth. I do really well with amaranth here. I've been wanting the coral one for a long time, but it always seems to be sold out. Ooh, look at that. Opio amaranth. And I have some of the edible one. This looks beautiful. We might have to add this. So amaranth is also, red amaranth is also callaloo. I had chorizo and egg. I had chorizo with potatoes and eggs. I made a like chorizo stew thing yesterday, and I kept some of the chorizo aside for breakfast this morning with some eggs. That's cool. Canna lilies at the end of winter, cut the stems down to the ground, then the bulbs can be harvested. Simply break and prepare with your other vegetables. If roasting, they will go translucent in color and taste similar to a taro root. I love taro. Interesting. I love zinnias too. This summer, a huge butterfly kept coming to them. I captured a photo of it, which is now my icon photo. Oh, that's beautiful. I can't quite see it. Can you see it? Oh no. Where'd you go? There we go. So there's that butterfly. Very pretty. Yeah, the butterflies really love the zinnias, and so do the bumblebees. They were all over it. They were all over it. This one's really pretty too. And I love the green. Okay, I'm adding it to cart for now. That doesn't mean I have to buy it. Remember. Let's look at coleus. Where's Chuck? Chuck's favorite plant, the coleus. So I do have quite a few seeds that I've been saving from last year. But if I see something that I need to have, that's really pretty. Coleus, if you haven't grown them, they are an amazing foliage plant. They do great in shady spots, and they seem to do just fine out in the sun. The colors will be more vibrant in the shade than they are out in the sun, but it's awesome plant. Easy to grow, amazing foliage, and then for the flowers, but some people snap them all off. I don't mind them. I like to let them bloom, and then I can save the seed, and then I can also use the flowers in bouquets. So let's see what else. Balloon fowl. Oh, asters. I did not grow any asters the last couple of years, and they're bouquets. They really do help fill out your bouquet. And I think these peachy ones, yeah, we're getting those. And then these frizzly ones are kind of cool. I did get a few seeds at the dollar and they were. I might have to go with this one here. So, and fortunately they're cheap. They're only $2.75. That's a good price. That's a good price. You can't be good chorizo, especially when Terry makes it for you. She's awesome. This actually was not home. We have made homemade chorizo in the past, but this was store-bought that I had yesterday. I found it in the freezer. I was like, oh, how long has that been in there? Beans, hyacinth bean. Oh, I have hyacinth beans in mine. I forgot to grow those this year. Runner beans. I have enough beans, I think. Actually been saving seeds off of those, and they've been doing really well. Bitter melon. I got to try it. I don't know if I'm brave enough to try and grow it. Butterfly pea. I'll get those from Nicole. My plant is it's produced seeds. I have the pods, but they're still green, and I don't know get through the winter through the night. Sunday night we're gonna get a frost probably. Oh, celosia and coxcomb. All right, Rob. Thank you so much for popping in. I will be looking at petunias soon. Sorry you missed the petunias chart. Hostas, the garden fixtures boost, a well-kept secret. They're perfectly edible. Yeah. In fact, the Japanese have been eating hostas safely for centuries. They're boiled, fried in tempura, or eaten raw. Ooh, tempura would probably be a good choice, especially if it's your first time. So this is basically what I have growing out in the garden right now. This is beautiful. Ooh, I like that. So that's going to add to cart. These are pretty too. Ooh, I like that green. Sometimes I don't like getting the mix, end up with a bunch of colors I don't really like. It just don't always seem to go. Oh, but this mix is beautiful. I like this one. We're going to add that to cart. Remember, it doesn't mean I'm buying everything. I'm just adding it to cart and I'll source through later, right? Right? Cart. Columbine, where are we at? Cosmos. Ooh, I do love my Cosmos. Oh my gosh. Look. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna okay. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love vibrant colors if you can't tell. Candy floss. Yes. Those are oh, what is that? Double Dutch. That's pretty. Oh man, these are going to be really hard to weed through later when I go back through and just. Oh yeah. That is gorgeous. I love the color in that. Oh. Oh wow. Yeah. That's definitely staying. That's staying. They are very pretty, but they're not usually in my color scheme. They're more fall shades. This one's not bad, but I don't usually go towards too much the orangey yellows. And I don't care what y'all say. I'm not buying. I cannot do it. Nope. Not going to do it. Oh, what did I click on the wrong thing? Echinacea. I have had my eye out on one called Rainbow something or other. And it is really pretty. And it has more of an upright growth. I don't see it here. So this is similar to the seeds I picked up at the library. So welcome to the Ag to Cart. Add to cart. Yes, this is for all your shopping needs. What is this? Oh, also known as horseheel. What? Horseheel means it's good for something. What's it good for? Lung. Ooh. And other health issues, one should always consult a primary care provider on how to use this powerful herb. That is really pretty. I had not heard of that before. Huh. Interesting. It's a horrible name, though. Very hard to pronounce. Fenugreek, fall favorites, Gaillardia. I'm hit or miss with Gaillardia. Gomphrena, I'm mad at. Gomphrena hates me. It will not do anything. It's stupid. It's beautiful, and I love it. And have little tiny things, and then that's it. Echinacea flowers are traditionally dried as an herbal supplement. The petals, roots, and leaves are edible and dried and steeped into teas, or they are infused into juices, tinctures, and salves. And I say salve. As I was leaving, I didn't get involved in the argument over on Bland's Promised Land Ranch Live. Do you say salve or salve? I've always said salve. But, oh my gosh, look at these Marvel of Peru. It is because it's fabulous. That's too bad. Melons, milkweed, Mizuna. I have Mizuna actually. Morning Glory. Now, see, Morning Glory, I love Morning Glory. Mine come back every year. They self-seed. Some people hate them and they think they're crazy. But I find these fancy Morning Glories, they're hard to grow. They don't bloom till late and they don't come back. So for me, I will rather leave my... I love the ones I have, so I would rather, fight with other plants instead of that. All right, let's see if just have to have this year. Do you have quite a few? The petunias I have had, they were not great this last year. I've been saving a lot of my own seeds for the last several years, and I'm thinking maybe they're just kind of starting to fizzle out. It's pronounced salve. Pronounce the L. I say salve, not salve. But what were we? There was another question today I saw on Facebook. People are talking about gala apples. Do you say gala or gala? And I say gala. But it's funny, here in Canada, they do something weird with their A's. The Canadian accent. So like the word, I always said pasta. Here they say pasta. Mazda, the car, they say Mazda. So a lot of those things are just, regional. Because the first time my husband said pasta, what are you talking about? Okay, what do we think of this? Is this a yay or an A? Blooms reach almost 7 inches across. I think these are beautiful. That's right, eh? Hey, yeah. Okay, I like this one, the giant rose. This one's pretty too cosmic. I don't really like the white petunias in the garden, and I'll tell you why. Because for some reason, for me, they seem to attract the others. And if the aphids are kind of bothering the plants, you can't tell on the darker petunias, but you will see it on the white petunias, and that bothers me. I don't know. I'm not into the super frilly petunias like these. These aren't really doing it for me. So it looks like I'm going to have to go back for the petunias this year. I need another. My tickled pink climbing petunias are amazing, but the last 2 years they weren't so good because they are a You're not wrong. You're not wrong. The yard is pretty tiny. Yeah. But yeah, the last few years I've found that they have hey, morning, Tamara. Welcome back in. Good to see you. It was nice to see you guys at Pinecone Fest and out there having fun. Why is it saying loading? What's going on? Did I lose my internet? Did I lose my connection? And it's salve for me, at least. You say salve? Salve. Yeah, it's funny. Danny's just like piping in it every once in a while. Sorry. Also like Suri. If you could have heard my giggle when I was in Toronto and heard someone say about for the first time. Yeah, you know what? You don't really say about it, but they do something a little funny with the vowels. Not so much here in Toronto, but definitely Midwest. Canada has a bit more of that accent. Or when you get outside of the city, some. If you've ever watched, oh gosh, what's that stupid show? It starts with an L. It's not Trailer Park Boys. There's that one, and then there's another one. The name of it, but their accents, it's kind of like the Canadian hick accent. It's, oh my gosh, it's so funny. Oh my god, that thing was super fuzzy. But they were literally I'm like spitting oot and a boot. Oot. Oh, okay. We're buying the amazing gray poppies. I had these one year. They were gorgeous. I thought I saved the seeds and grew them again, and I never had any that were that amazing gray. So we are buying more of those for sure. And I find poppies are pretty easy to grow. I do containers and they are, oh yeah, and the chicks and hens, there they are, there they are. I've been wanting these for a long time. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. See, and people say, oh, what do you gardeners do when it's, winter and you can't be out gardening and what? Seeds. We go seed shopping and we dream about next year. That is what we do. Okay. And I'm adding this one to cart. I might not be buying all of these, but they are stunning. And the poppies, they just keep self-seeding and they come back for me. So they are worth the investment. They're a common ingredient. Yes, I actually made lemon poppy seed cake this week. I did not use my own poppy seeds because those are for replanting, but poppy seeds are also used in teas, seasonings, salad dressings, soups, stews, and health supplements. For most people, there's little to no health risk from consuming poppy seeds. Yeah, unless you milk it and then you know. Indoor gardens for me in winter. Grow lights make it nice and bright indoors. That is really nice. I don't really have a lot of room for indoor plants, especially because my Christmas stuff takes up so much room, which is why like the terrarium is going to have to go on the other side of the room. January, I start my growing season, and that gets the big rack in front of the window in my bedroom and then the grow lights on that and stuff. So I'm starting seeds again at that point though. I'm not really like growing. Roses are so pretty. Evening primrose mix. Now, evening primrose is a perennial. Normally we have yellow ones. These are a lot prettier. And then these other primroses, a cool flower. So I do want one. I bought one plant and I spent $4 on the whole plant, right? So you think, oh, well, you're adding all these seeds. Yeah, but one plant costs as much as a whole pack of seeds. Keep that in mind. So I'm actually saving my husband money by buying seeds. Yep. That's the way it works. Girl math. Girl math, or gardener math, as we would like to say. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. Poppy seeds will give you a positive result if you get drug tested at work. Trust me on this. I worked in HR. Yeah. Seinfeld episode. Speaking of sewing, so a few of you came in since I've here, I'll pop this down for just a second. How do I do that? There we go. So a few new people have come in. So Shannon, if you're watching this again, turn off your TV. My friend's little guy, it's for Christmas. Started already. So I made him some pajamas. So here, these are nice, cozy flannel pajamas. And then they have, I like that they have these cuffs on them. So even if they're a bit long, he's not going to trip in them. So they are kind of a grow with me with the longer sleeves, with the cuffs on the sleeves and the pants. And then we have the other side. This is a super cute little fishing fabric. So I hope he likes fishing. But the piece de resistance, which my camera likes to fade out, is my favorite piece, which is robe. So here, let me tie it. It looks better with the, I have a little tiny hanger. I have a little tiny kids toddler hanger, which works great for showing kids clothes, but I can't seem to find it this morning. But Randy calls it the smoking jacket. So this is a size 2 toddler smoking jacket robe. And look at this, the best part. They even have pockets. Let me show you. Where are the pockets? I can't find the pocket. Look at this little pocket. Okay, I pattern matched the pockets, and apparently I did too good of a job because I can't see them. Here we go. Here's the little pockets. So there's 2 little pockets right on the side. And do you see that pattern matching? So here's the outside of the pocket. It goes like this. The pattern matching. I was like, as I was cutting it out and doing the pattern matching, I was like, why am I doing this to myself? No one else is going to notice. But sometimes it's those little details that make it fun. So the pattern, look at even the fish. See, here's the pocket, goes right through the fish. It's really hard to do this backwards. So we pattern match that. It's got a nice, nice big comfy collar. Another feature I like of this pattern is the belt is attached at the back. So you got your belt loops here on the side, but then it's actually at the back, so it can't come loose or get lost, and they can't, strangle themselves with it. It was completely hidden. I hid it too well. I couldn't even find it. So it's super cute. Dexter thought it was for him. I did take a picture of Dexter wearing, like, draped over him. For some reason, he looked like the robe though, which I can't really post the pictures though, because I don't want my friend to see it. And she follows me on Instagram. So, yeah, but Dexter, because I had him all out on the couch taking pictures and he was watching me. I say couch weird, don't I? I think that's like the Canadian hear it when I say something and I'm like, that's weird. Like I emphasize the wrong vowel or something every once in a while. Ooh, snappies. This is what I want. Yep. I need some new variety of stuff. Snapdragons. They do really, really well for me here. And I kind of have been they're out of stock. I've kind of been a little negligent with my Snapdragons recently. And I'm like, you know what? I need to step it up a notch. These are really pretty. But I think I'm going to go with this mix. Or I really want, you know what? I'll have to see if Vessi's has it. I've really been wanting, what are they called? The Madame Butterfly line of Snapdragons. I'm going to add these to cart, though. Those are really pretty. And I don't have that color in my collection. Snail vine. Look at this. $7.50 for 5. I'm going to put it in the cart just so I remember it, but I'm not going to buy that. I'm not going to pay for that because there is a local lady on my that has, I believe she still has some snail vine. I forgot. I got to email her and see if she wants to do a swap. I want everything in her garden. She has the most incredible varieties of flowers in her garden. Absolutely beautiful. I want some of hers. Straw flowers. Do I need anything new? Oh. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Nope. We're good on straw flowers. Snail vine is amazing. Several people were really successful with it. And Tamarillo. What is that? Miniature version of the regular Tamarillo. And a close relative. This one, smaller fruit, when fully ripe, is golden in color. Sorry, my camera's blocking it. Overtones of pineapple. Dwarf tamarillos are whipped into smoothies or eaten out of hand. The foliage is very fragrant, and at all stages of the plants are very lovely and ornamental. The South American native produced in our Missouri garden, but may need greenhouse cultivation in the north. In frost-free conditions, it grows into a tree. Oh. Ideal temperature 75 to 85. Hello, me too. This seems like seems like something I need to try. It's giving ground cherry vibes a bit. This might be something that I have to overwinter. to have house plants. You've never heard of snail vine? Oh my goodness. Isn't that cool? Let me go back. I'll go back to the snail vine for you. How did I get here? Sorry. Sometimes I forget that, there are new plants, different. Yes. Let me see if I can show a different picture if they have more. Here, let me show these pictures for you. Oh, I forgot to be sharing the screen and I've been looking at seeds. Sorry. You probably wondering what in the heck am I talking about? I'm so sorry. I forgot I wasn't sharing the screen anymore. This is a snail vine. These are like the seed pods. And they produce these most beautiful flowers. They're absolutely stunning. Look at them. Aren't they so pretty? Let me see if I can get that picture bigger. Nope, I'm making it smaller. Sorry. I mean, it's such a cool plant. And it forms a tuber like this that you can like pick up and everything. Yeah. But they're $7.50. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I forgot I wasn't sharing anymore. But these are really pretty. So hopefully I can get them from that lady and then I will have share next year if all goes well. What else did I look at while you guys weren't there? What else did I look at? I looked at, I can't remember what I was talking. Oh, the Tamarillo. The Tamarillo. Have you seen these? Super cute. So it grows like a shrubby bush thingy. I mean, that's adorable. And it's kind of got like a pineapple-y vibe to it. I'm game. I bought those garden huckleberries several years ago and oh my gosh, love them. And I bought them from Baker Creek. So sometimes you just gotta, go out on a limb and buy something unique. And zinnias, new introductions, watermelon, yarrow. My yarrow did not bloom this year. So I hope it comes back and blooms next year. Ooh, these are really pretty. Vinca. I don't let them answer that. New introductions, anything? Oh, we'll have to see if there's anything that jumps out at us. Bachelor's buttons. I'm not a big fan of bachelor's buttons. They're pretty, but they're annoying. I prefer forget-me-nots for that pop. That bee balm. Look at that. Ooh, but I do have bee balm already. I have seeds for that. Look at this cabbage. What? Traditional German variety hails from the Fiddler Plateau in southern Germany, where the remarkable pointed cabbage is celebrated every year with the Fiddlerkraut Festival. This fall harvested long season variety easily produces heads over 10 pounds each and is a favorite for making outstanding traditional sauerkraut. What? I've never seen super cool looking. Cabbage. You know what? I did do really well with my kale. Ooh, ornamental kale. That's another thing I need more seeds for because mine are still growing strong. I planted the ornamental kale like in February, thinking I would plant. And then once May came and I had to replace my planters with summer stuff, I would take out all the cool flowers. And I thought by then I would have my stems of the kale, but they were still pretty small. So I planted them out into the garden thinking at some point they're going to, head up on me and then, the heat. Well, we never got that hot this summer. Like we had a very cool summer. And I know y'all are going to be sensitive about me saying that. I'm sorry, but we did. And so they survived all summer and now they're still looking good. And I was watching like Garden Answer like a couple weeks ago. She ordered in a bunch of her ornamental kale, the same variety crane I have. them in the fall, but mine are still out there and they're still looking good. So you pale in comparison. Oh, Jesse. So then, okay, we got a lot of new celosia or celosia, depending on how you say it. I say celosia, but the coleus. I think we went through all of the flowers, didn't we? Those dianthus. I'm not a big fan of dianthus. Like, yeah, they're not. Don't really do it for me. They come back every year, mine do, but they just don't. They're bleh. I don't. All right, so shop. We were looking at. Do they have them all together, right? Like, let me just see what's new. New for 2023. Oh, that is beautiful. So I have tried growing agastache before. I finally got it to sprout. I finally had these little seedlings. I planted them and then I forgot what they were and I weeded them out. So I've kind of been a little bit bitter about agastache ever since then. They're perennial in zone 6 to 10. I'm a 5B, possibly 6A, depending on. Okay, so right here, look, what the heck? This says perennial. Look at this. Do you see this on here? It says perennial in zone 6 to 10. And then down here, it says perennial zone 7 to 10. What? What the heck? That's frustrating. Why are you doing that to me? Is it maybe the variety? Maybe different varieties are different. This is 5 to 10. Look at what? It says USDA zones 5 to 10. And then down here, it says 4 to 10. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go with this one. The other one, you could push it, but then once it said 7, possibly. Right? Like it's on the same page. Like no one was fact checking this. No one is fact checking this. Oh my goodness. All right. Balloon flowers are very. Oh, black runner beans. What color are those flowers going to be? See, my scarlet runner beans, they look like this right now. If I open them up, the pods inside, they are the most beautiful fuchsia, beautiful beans. But the flowers look the same. So I had enough of those. We got balloon flowers. We got, what is this? Oh, it's plants, not seeds. What? It almost looks like a fuchsia. Perfect as it sports lovely eye-catching yellow flowers that surround by a protective fiery red calyx. It is hardy in zones 8 to 11 and can make a fine annual plant planted elsewhere. That is beautiful. They'll be available again in March 2024. Jesse, you need to order these for Lisa. They're beautiful. Fuchsia. Oh, those are so pretty, but I cannot get them here. Very nice. Oh, butterfly pea white. Those are pretty. That's a pretty lavender one. Child size cabbage, if you have room for that. Like yard. It would take up the whole side. Catmint is very pretty. I don't know how Dexter would feel about me growing catmint. But... All right, it's almost time to go and look at the cart. Does anyone have any idea what total we're looking at now? Any guesses on what that total? These cosmos are so pretty. Oh, what the heck is that? Dark obsidian eggplant from Japan. Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. Start indoor. Does it say what the... That is gorgeous. Here too, they did pretty good. I had the tiger-ish ones. Oh, they have pretty good varieties. Danny, if you're still here, what's the one you like? The okay, we're gonna add that. Yeah, what do you think the total is? Where do we think? Go back to the air balloons. Okay, hold on. I'll go back. Sorry. Okay. Brazilian bellflower. Ooh, Jesse's going in with a 7777. Yeah, it's gonna be up there. Oh, I was just gonna ask you what like the Bianca, is it Bianca? Is that what it's called? Because look at this eggplant. It's so pretty. It looks like a pumpkin. It looks like a purple pumpkin. This one's really, and I love Japanese style eggplant. Perfect for vegan cooking. Really? Oh, these are really pretty. Rosa Bianca, do they have, is it, okay, Rosa Bianca. This one? All right, well, it took her. We'll see. All right, totals. Ooh, you're going for 90. All right, let's see where we're at. Oh, 99.75. Woo! And my free seed variety 3, whatever that means. Yeah, they look like the tomatoes too. Yeah, so I will not be ordering all of this for sure. What? How did it go to 102? What? Did you see that? It just popped up to 102. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have to log in because otherwise it's not going to save it. Ah, that would be terrible. That would be terrible. You're nice. I know. These are so expensive. Yes, they add up. So I will not be ordering all of those. And I do have to pay, I will have to pay shipping. And there is a possibility that duty, which would be very, very, very frustrating and angry. Make me angry. So we will go back now. We're going to go to Vessie's. All right, we're going to go to Vessie's because, no, I don't need to. Can't find the X. How do I get off of the screen? Oh, it's up here. Vessie's Petunias. They have an amazing assortment of petunias. So does Stokesy from Stokes last year, but they did not have the tickled pink climbing petunias. And those are one of my favorites. They're just an incredibly vigorous, upright petunia. And I'm not seeing them on here. Yeah, I know, but I've heard people say that. I've heard people complaining about getting hit with stuff on their Baker Creek orders, which is crazy. I don't know. It's never happened on Gardner. So, oh my goodness, look at these. It's absolutely stunning. Where are the tickled pink climbing petunias? What? Did I pass it? Oh, there it is. Whoop, right in the middle. See? Oh my goodness. And these come 10. It's expensive, but the plants themselves are so incredibly vigorous. And like, look at that. Like it literally climbs. Like I had one and it was like 3 feet by 3 feet the first year. Second year I saved seeds off of it. Same thing. Last 2 years I saved seeds off of it. No. So I think it's So I don't think it's stabilized yet. So I'm gonna have to order some. Oh, okay. So I can order 10 seeds for $5.50 or 50 seeds for $16.95. But that many. I don't need that many unless someone here in Canada wants to wants to go in on it. That's a lot. I don't need that many. All right, and we're gonna see if there's any other petunias on here that blew me away. I'm not seeing anything that's last year, and I saved seeds off of the photo finish burgundy, and they are absolutely stunning. And then I had the lime ones, which were pretty cool, but I don't know, they didn't seem to perform as well. They didn't have the impact in the planters. See, they don't have a huge selection. So we're going to go to Stokes now. Stokes. So Vessie's is in, it's in Canada, but it's New Brunswick or whether. Stokes is actually just like an hour or so from me here in Ontario, Southern Ontario. They're in St. Catharines. And we are going to go to petunias. Or not. Oh, yeah, let's go down. Oh, flowering kale. Okay. I'm going to check. I did not see those on Baker Creek in there. Maybe I'll just type it in here. Kale. So these are the ones I had. I had the mix. Is this crane? Yeah. I had the mixed color. So mine are just now starting to get pink in the middle. It's taken them all this time. Okay. Why can't I place orders? Oh, our website is experiencing limited inventory and purchase functionality due to sentence. I have to call to place an order. That stinks. I can't even add 2 favorites. Okay, well, we're not going to be doing that today then because I'm not calling that in. What else? Do they have it? Maybe they'll have it here. Let's see if they have crane or kale. Let's see. Sorry. Do you have any flowering kale? Nope. See, that drives me nuts. Companies, they all have like, oh, these people have this one, and then this one has this one, and then it's like, and it's frustrating because then I have to like pay separate shipping, and shipping's like $10, and it adds up. Okay, let's check West Coast Seeds because they're at least having a sale. It's probably sold out. So let me see if they have my kale. Let's see. Oh, they have the feather one. I don't really like the feather one. I like the solid better. Let's see if they have the solid. See, I don't like the feather. Look at it. They only have the feather one. See, I don't like it as well. It looks like it's gotten et. Yeah. They look like they've been et up. Oops. What the heck is that? No. Sorry, West Coast Seeds. Do you have the tickled pink? Type today. Oh my God. It's just going to show me everything that's pink. Okay. This is not working. Let's go to petunias, buddy. See if that's going to work. Don't have any petunias? That seems weird. Seems weird. They have no petunia seeds. But they'll sell mint seeds? That seems kind of weird. I don't know. I felt like I was in a weird section there all of a sudden, like they weren't showing. Let's go in flowers from here and see. I feel like I have enough veggies. I've got all the tomatoes and the peppers. You know, most of the things with veggies is I buy heirlooms and I collect the seeds off of them. So here's all the flowers. I think West Coast seeds is definitely more like vegetable. So Cheyenne Spirit. I don't think those are the seeds though. I kind of fell in love with that plant at the garden center, but then I liked the other one better, the rainbow. Yeah, I'm not seeing any petunias on here. That's interesting. We got a lot of poppies. Oh, you know what? Pansies. That's what I forgot. I got to look at pansies because, oh, that's gorgeous. But I'm probably not going to order anything from here. See, these are pretty, but are these ornamental? Are these like the perennial? Because there are like perennial, and then there are, oh, so this is the perennial. There are perennial and annual echinaceas, so you got to keep in mind that. Let me show you the one that I fell in love with. It's called, what did I say, rainbow? Something? No. Oh, no, not Echeveria. Oh, that's beautiful. Nope. On the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, Sunseeker's Rainbow. I really liked this one. I like. Thank you, Brex. I like the upright shape of it, like these. Like most of the pictures and the ones I saw in the store had more of an upright shape. I don't really like the way echinacea grow with the little ball sticking up in the top and growing down. A favorite shape. Hey, welcome in, Ecocentric Homestead. How are you doing this morning? So I do really like these, but I don't think they come as seeds yet. I think you can just buy these as the plant. It'll be from Brex, and that's $24, and I can buy that in store. But see, these, I don't like the colors of them as well. I don't want the yellows. I want pink. I want pink echinacea. Okay, that's really pretty. But you know what? We're going to go back. Did you see pansies at Baker Creek? I don't remember seeing pansies. Or if I missed this whole section? How did I miss this whole section? This is stunning. And my pansies, they are still going strong out there. Ooh, the black pansies, blue pansies. Oh my gosh. Look at these. Oh, just stunning. We are seed shopping, by the way. We are checking out, and look at this. See, some of these violas and pansies you can use to color your food, just like this, the peas, the butterfly pea. And pansies are edible as well. Ooh, that's pretty. This one here is really pretty. Mine were beautiful this year, but none of them have produced hardly any seeds. Like I've tried to save seeds off of them and like there's nothing. So I was kind of sad about that. I don't know if I just keep missing them and they've just spit them all out already, or card just went up to 150. I'm not helping, am I? Because see, that's the thing is like I'm like, oh well, I'm gonna keep it like $30, and that's what I buy that, and then I'll buy something somewhere else, and then it all adds up at the end, and I've had to pay for extra shipping. So if you just buy it all, price tag to start with, but Oh, Chicky Chicks. Those are cute. Those are cute. But you know what? I really like the ones. Oh, I don't know if Bessie's has it, but I got the Sangria Punch, and I really like those. They're huge. They're really big. Let's see if they have them at Bessie's. I got the Frizzle Sizzle mix, and they're all right, but they're smaller. I'm not as a fan of the Frizzle Sizzles. But I had the Sangria Punch, what look a lot very similar to this one. But it was at Stokes. So we'll go to Stokes. Stokes Seeds Sangria. Oh, that's why, because they're called Mammoth. Mammoth Sangria Punch. And they were really, like, they were big blooms. They were really impressive. But their website's not working right now, so it doesn't make it fun. Are these really big? The plant grows 8 to 10. It doesn't say how big the blooms are. I do like the big blooms. I like the big impact. So yeah, where are we at now on this? How is it 92? I don't understand how that happened. Didn't I add the primroses? I mean, I added the pansies. I like this the more I shop. Yeah, I'm doing while Randy's out, and he's at his own show. So, I don't know how the price went that way. Oh! Don't look. Okay, hold on. We'll go. Let's look at the cart. There we go. It's saying 109. It's like, I don't understand. This cart is not staying up to things. Okay, so unfortunately, and 109, that's US. So 109 USD to Canadian. That puts it at $149 for me. Almost $150 US. I mean Canadian. Plus whatever shipping would be. Definitely going to be dropping some stuff off of that list for shizzle. Yeah. That's painful. You did. You did tell me that. Oh my gosh. So I pulled it down so you don't all see my address, and we're going to see $8 flat rate shipping. All right. That's not bad. That's not. Okay. Okay. This was it. Now, this over here, it says Canadian orders of more than 20 now incur a duty. We apply a handling fee of $9.95 per dutiable or taxable item. Yeah. Yeah. The $8 is a steal. It's that possible duty that isn't. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to place that order. Because $20, under $20, and then $8 shipping for $20 worth of seeds. I don't know how I feel about that. That's why I haven't ordered from them for like 3 years. Hey, have a wonderful day, Tamara. Have a great time. Have a wonderful weekend. Oh, that's kind of bumming me out now. Because I don't know. You know what? I'm going to ask gardening groups for people that have ordered from there and just see if it's just like one of those things that, oh, it's a warning, but it doesn't happen. I have heard of people getting bit by it. It happens with people with fabric too. Sometimes they get nailed and sometimes they don't. So it's just one of those things, but it's like, do you really want to take the chance? I don't know if I really want to take the chance. That's frustrating. That's really frustrating. Like we were doing shopping, retail therapy. Everyone was happy. We were excited. I was on a rush. And now I'm like cheesed off and bummed out. This is sad. This is sad. I might need to take a trip to Buffalo. Maybe that's what I'm going to have to do. Oh my gosh. You know what? This is too bad because my neighbor happens to be down in the States right now on vacation with her niece. That's too bad. If I'd known soon, had her pick it up. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll figure something out because I need those nasturtiums. Yeah. Yeah. Like if I had to pay an extra 16, but if they're saying $12 per item, that's over. Like what happened to NAFTA? What happened to NAFTA? Because that's all a bunch of baloney, if you ask me. Like, and I don't understand what happened to my pictures. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see if I can get my phone. I don't want to ask Sparkle Socks anything. See, look at it. It's still connecting. It's still trying to send my video. Wi-Fi is terrible. Actually, you know what? I forgot I was going to drop a link if anyone wants to pop on up. I forgot I was going to do that. Oh, it finally sent. Yay. Okay, so now I can show. Okay, hold on. So this is the video from this morning, just before I started filming. This is the backyard. And there's no volume. For some reason, there's no volume, but it was raining. You can hear the rain. In the video, you can hear the rain. So this is where we're at right now. You can definitely see fall is coming. There's like a lot of the color is changing and we're getting a lot more looking kind of meh. But got a few tomatoes on there to pull. I haven't been watering. I haven't been fertilizing. I've just kind of I've let life take its course. So it definitely looks different than it did. You know, we've had some cool nights and, you know, it's that time of year and the pictures are here. Yay. Okay. So this is inside the greenhouse. I don't know why it took so long for those pictures to come through. So these, let me see, lemon drop. And this is in the big container here with the Chero Roxo. So this is just my tiny little 6x6 greenhouse. These, oh, and look at this one down here is starting to go red. So this is the Sugar Rush red peppers and then some more lemon the background. I got a lot of lemon drops this year. Look at that stunner. Look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? I picked this. This is one of the plants I picked up end of season. This is a Dipladenia. And then in the back part is the Mandeville. Basically the same plant, just a variety. Mandeville is a climber. And the top of the Mandeville is full of buds, just like this. So I think I'm going to bring it in maybe tonight or tomorrow night because I don't want it to die. I am planning on overwintering it. I do have it out in the greenhouse. It's done fine so far, but if we it'll be way too cold for this beautiful tropical plant. I just wanted to give it time to be able to, you know, bloom, because I saw all of these buds on there because we were like in the 80s, mid 80s in October. And so the plant was like, oh, it's summer, and put out all of these beautiful, beautiful, I miss them. So, you're supposed to cut it all the way back when you bring it in. And I don't know if I can bring myself to cut off those blooms. Hey, there we go. Here we go. Back to the pictures. So there's my Dipladenia. There is lemon drop. Why does it keep going back to the screen? So here they are inside the greenhouse. So here's just a few shots. This is the largest of my elephant ears that managed to survive. But you can see like this is just all starting to fade. The hostas are starting to go. These guys are starting to fade. Cannas are still doing all right. But, I mean, that's all eaten. So I did want to ask, I'm like, can I weigh these for the grow off for Shed Wars? Because and it can be food that you grow yourself, that you forage, or that you hunt. And do you really have to eat it to count it? Like if I don't plan on eating my cannas, but can I count them? And then I could, since the whole thing is edible, I could count the whole stalks too. That would really help my numbers. It seems I grew a lot of food, but it's all very lightweight. I did not grow anything very heavy. You can see here the nasturtiums are still going pretty strong. They're absolutely beautiful. And up here, these are one of my favorite plants, the Prince Tut papyrus. Absolutely love them. Some signs of wear and tear. But there's Dexter out peeing on everything. But they did really well. My big containers did really, really well this year. And here's those planters are not doing well. I did take the swans. I mean, not the flamingos are out. End of season for the flamingos. They're done. And these are my beans. They're still going strong. And oh, I have the bean question. Okay, these are to harvest them as beans because they got the beans growing inside. Right now they'd be like bright red. They are not ready for saving. If they get hit by a frost, are they toast? And do I have to just toss them? Or so should I pick them and then just plan to eat them fresh? I have one, you can see it right here a little bit. I have one that's dried out for saving. But I don't think the rest are going to have a chance to dry out before they die. And I don't want to waste them all, right? And then here, hold on. Let me see if I can get those pictures of the Dexter wearing the robe. I was sending them to my friend because I can't post them on her Facebook page because I don't want my friend to see them. Because she might see, because it's an open page, right? So I told Heidi, I will send you the pictures and then you can put them on her page for the pattern. So that's for the robe and the pajamas from Polywoggle's Patterns. And don't worry, my friend won't be offended by Dexter wearing the outfit. Because we actually met through the pugs.com website years ago. Gizmo. I joined the pugs.com website when Gizmo was probably 3 or 4 months. I think I joined right when I got him. So that would have been in 06. And then she joined that summer when she got her little black pug. And we met and we chatted online just like in a group for a while. And then I found out that she lived like 15 minutes from me in a small town just outside of Brampton. And I was like, what? And so we actually met up for the first time at the Pugtoria Day celebration. So instead of Victoria Day, it's Pugtoria Day because, you know. But apparently this photo makes me laugh. I don't know what's going on with his teeth in the front. He looks like a little beaver. But here's Dexter wearing the modeling the robe. So he thought it was for him. That's why I put it on him, because he thought it was for him. Out on the couch and he came running over and he figured, oh, it must be for me. So here are the little sets. You can mix and match the pajamas. There's the pocket. It might actually be easier to see on the pictures than it was for me holding it up. Here's the little, oh my gosh, it's so cute. So there's the set with the pajamas and the robe all together. So hopefully it fits all right. It's not too big or whatever, and it can be nice and cuddly and warm and cozy this winter. I don't know if I'll be adding anything else to the set. I do have a pattern for boots, like slippers. But I don't know if I'm going to bother with that. We'll see. We will see. We'll see how I can, but it would be a different pattern. Patterns for pirates. Actually, I do have their pattern. They're a fun, I love the name of all their patterns, called Walk the Plank. So let me see, shop. And it's a freebie. They have a ton of free patterns. And they have the free Shiver Me slippers. Here, I'll share the website. So these slippers are super cute. Maybe, but are these made with fleece? Or can you make them with flannel? They're super cute. They're like little sock booty things. These are all their freebies. They got the shawls. They got sleeve add-ons. They got fingerless gloves. They have 68 free patterns. One of my absolute favorite patterns of all time are the peg leg. They're leggings patterns. I've made so many of those. Love it, especially the ones with the pockets. And so if you're new to sewing or you're getting into crafts for this season, you want some gifts, they've got a ton of free gifts, free patterns to start with. And I always say, oh, and I've made their sets before. This is for just for up to 12 months. This was the set I used, little guy. They have like leggings. They have this sweet little lap tee, the neck there like that. And then they have a bib and a hat. And this hat with the little ears. So I made him the one with the little ears last year. Super cute. So I always recommend like big four patterns like that you buy like at Fabricland, like Vogue and Simplicity and whatever. I prefer to stick with the indie patterns. So they're PDF files on the internet, and most of them all have a handful of free patterns. If you're interested in another pattern, buy them. Download one of their free patterns. It's going to tell you a lot about the company. It's going to tell you how easy do the patterns go together. Some patterns like Hala and Polywoggles and Sophiona, they're super easy to tape the patterns together. Some patterns, which I won't name, are brutal. Like they're so much work and very difficult to tape the patterns together. So it will give you an idea of the fit, because different pattern companies draft for different body shapes. So you'll find, once you find one and you really like how that fits, if you stick with that pattern company, you're probably going to be better off than if you kind of switch around to a lot of other pattern companies that design for different body shapes. And fortunately, like in their pattern testing, they'll show like everyone that tested it out. Where are the pajamas? They're making me go all this way down. Here we go. So they came out with these woven pajama pants bottoms for men and women. It's a unisex pattern. They're enormous though, and they're just really baggy. But that's kind of the style there. It's just a simple, free pajama pattern. I might be making Randy some with if I have more of this fabric left at the end for Christmas, but normally I don't make him anything. He doesn't want me to shop. He's like, nah. He does not really appreciate it. So yes, and that's why, you know what, I like darker colored yoga pants, and you wear a longer shirt. Oh, well, it is, whoa, I've been on here for just over 2 hours. And so keep an eye out for Sunday. My video will be going out for the final video. I will be posting that and my final totals and kind of thoughts on the season. I'll probably give a quick update too if I'm out there and I see anything going on in the radishes. The plants are just kind of, something's been in there digging around for a while. I'm probably not going to bother with the fall winter garden thing here, but so keep an eye out for that. And then coming soon will be the terrarium videos. So it'll probably be a series of those videos as I kind of go along. And I'll probably take some video at the Plant Expo next weekend. So that's going to be really fun. And be switching over into craft mode. I'll probably be doing a video on the pumpkin. I have a fun idea for the pumpkin. And I put my daughter's friends to work the other day. Went to the dollar store and got supplies, and I came home and I sat there and I went through seeds while they painted. So that worked really well. Otherwise I would have spent forever doing it myself. So they were really happy to do it. So that'll be fun. It's a new idea for the pumpkin this year. And I think that's it. Like, we've been doing a lot of stuff, you know, at the library, joining those programs, and it's opened up our own Tinkercad account, and we've been like designing things in Tinkercad to 3D print. It's kind of a little bit mind blowing what all that you can do now with the technology. And I do want to learn how to use like the Cricut and things there that you can do. I want to make my my ideas. I'm going to do my Brampton Gardener logo. Just the simple one. Like, I have the other shirt that has just the Brampton Gardener with the leaves, and I'm going to make a sticker for my mug. I'll put it on this side to cover up the scratch. But I want to do that, and I want to kind of figure out how to some of that stuff, because, like, you know what, my taxpayer dollars are going for this, and I don't want to have to buy a whole Cricut, because I don't want to have to deal with a Cricut and then all the supplies you need for that. You know how much fabric I have, and I have seeds, and I have craft supplies. The last thing I need is another hobby. So if I can use it there, that will be great. And it's also nice to be, you know, thinking that, you know, we're helping out our volunteer hours and kind of putting them into a helpful mindset. And so yeah, it's been really fun. And I have no idea what we're going to be doing next week, but I will make sure I'll be dropping the links down below for the patterns for the pajamas and the robe. And I'll be going and checking out crafty Christmas crafts, whatever collab that she was talking about earlier. So thank you everyone that came in and watched this live. And thank you anyone that's made it this far in the replay. You're a champ. So thank you so much. And I will see you all when I see you. We're sticking with the kind of pop-up live. I think I don't really have a set time. Just gonna whenever it works out for me. So thanks again, and I'll see you all later. Bye.